What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the This Just In podcast, episode 19. As always, I'm Justin. I'm joined here by Jared. Jared, how are we doing today?
Pretty good. Chill day.
Chill day, indeed. We are a little late on this episode. We were busy earlier in the week and weren't really able to film, but we're still getting you one this week, so it counts. Well, we're gonna move past that. Blind rankings. Jared, what are we thinking? You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I got for you subjects in school.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I've definitely got an idea in mind of what my top ones are.
Okay. First, we got history. History in general.
Okay. History. It's not the worst. I know what my worst is, but it's not the best. There's certain I'm gonna go 3 because there's certain history I like and certain history I don't like. I don't like U.S. history, but like world history is pretty sick.
That's valid. Next, we got math.
5.
Okay.
5. I'd go lower than 5 if I could.
Dang,
I'm not a math guy. I don't like math at all.
that's brutal. But next we got PE/gym, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. See, here's the thing. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to predict what other subjects you've got in there. Because I don't really have a definite one because I didn't really like any of the basic school subjects. So like my free period was my favorite subject. But like, where am I gonna rank PE? Could this be the one?
Could it?
Just because I mean it was the only. It was just
Could it be?
chill. It was just fun, right? Back in the day, just playing games with the boys. You know what? I'm gonna go 2 just in case you pulled out like some random really good one.
Okay.
But that could come back to bite me.
Next, we got foreign language.
4. God, I saved
Okay.
the one.
Oh
I
no!
I know
Oh,
I'm betting it's
no!
like English here or something.
It's science.
Science at the 1. Okay, I mean, I'd probably switch that in PE, but like science could be fun if you're doing a lab or something.
Yeah, it depends on what the type of science it is.
Mixing like lead paint or something. Or
Lead paint.
some of the labs were fun back in the day. Mix a whole bunch of chemicals and try not to make things explode.
Try not to.
You know,
Did
you get
explode anything? Do you
get the
ever
little burners,
the Bunsen burners?
get little Bunsen burners and cook up some stuff. Little Breaking Bad type beat.
Ooh. What does that mean?
Hey, that's up for interpretation. Jared, I've got you. I came up with my blind ranking about 30 seconds before we started the recording, so don't
It's
judge
gonna
it.
be so bad.
Um,
I already know.
You're gonna blind rank bodies of water?
What? What is this, bro? Okay.
So
I don't know how to base this.
the first one we've got is the Mississippi River.
Oh, we're getting specific. I thought it was gonna be like,
Oh
Okay.
no, we're specific here.
we'll start the 3. I don't know.
Okay.
We're just gonna go basis river.
The Salt Lake in Utah.
The Salt Lake in Utah.
Yeah.
It brings character to Utah, so we'll go 2.
2. Okay. We got up the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh.
Big body of water here.
Okay, big body of water. This
Yeah.
makes it kind of scary. So
Are
put
you
it at
are
4.
you an ocean guy? You going at the 4? Not an ocean guy?
I mean, not like deep ocean. That's like
Okay.
that's wild.
Yeah, I'm not an ocean guy either. We have the Baltic Sea.
The Baltic Sea. I'm gonna go 5.
Going with the 5.
We're leaving the 1.
You're leaving the 1. You're gonna put the Nile River in the 1.
Okay, that's not bad.
That's a famous river.
That's a pretty good list.
That's a famous river.
I don't even know what I was basing it off of.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think there's a right or wrong.
How'd you come up with that?
I don't know, dude.
How is that what you thought of?
First thing that popped into my head,
The Baltic Sea.
honestly.
Is the first thing. Crazy.
Dude, the Baltic Sea, man, that's legit.
That's legit. I would
Can
hope
I
it
point it
is.
out on a map? No. But like I
Isn't it, like-
know it exists.
Ain't it like near Europe or something like that?
I think it's like north of Europe, right?
Yeah. I think
Like,
so.
by like Greenland or something.
Oh, that's like far.
Or maybe like
I thought it'd be more near like.
Sweden.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
I honestly I don't know.
I don't know.
Super Bowl talk, right?
Yes.
this past Sunday, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, beating the Niners in overtime. There
Hmm.
were some controversies
Yeah.
regarding the refs and of course Taylor Swift and the 49ers potentially not knowing the overtime rules.
How do you not like that doesn't make any sense.
Like
How
I
would
feel
you
like
not
it's
know?
a big thing, especially like even if you didn't go over it preseason like the Chiefs said they did, why would you not go over it in your 2 weeks preparing for the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Like
That's
there has to be something you'd go over.
yeah, or at least go over it like third like before the coin flip. Like you
Yeah.
should know what happens if you don't get it and what happens if you don't. Or if you don't get it and what happens if you do. Like it's the biggest game of the year. You have to know this.
Do you think you would you have taken the ball if you were in the Niners there?
Mm, I mean, ah, yeah, I probably would because if you go down and score a touchdown that easily, which they didn't obviously, but to set a tone like that in overtime is huge, especially in the Super Bowl. I know it's Mahomes and all that, but as long as you're able to make a statement, it puts a lot of pressure on him to have to get into the end zone.
So you
So
didn't
I don't think
necessarily like disagree with their decision
I
to
didn't
take
disagree
the ball.
with it, but to say we didn't know the rules is kind of
Yeah,
dumb.
I wouldn't openly say that to the media.
Yeah,
It's
that
not the
doesn't make
smartest
sense.
thing. Um, Super Bowl, right? Kelsey and Swift. There's a picture going around of Travis Kelsey yelling at Andy Reid. Crossing the line. What are we thinking
I
about?
mean, I think the maybe running into him was a little weird, but like it's passion in the Super Bowl. That's how it is. If you if you're struggling on offense, Kelsey's getting to the back end of his career. He wants to win, and he's known Andy for however long. He's been a part of that team, so I don't think it was like any hatred or anything towards Andy. That's just how the game is played.
If there's any two players on the team that could do that, it's Kelsey or Mahomes.
Yeah,
I think Reed kind of understands. He wants to win, right? He's a winner. He's proven that. I'm trying to think, man. I mean, the Niners just kind of sold, to be honest.
yeah.
Had the lead, double-digit lead, if I'm not mistaken.
And then just
Purdy was actually playing really, really well, but his offensive line was not.
yeah, they were getting killed. Chris Jones and them, man, they're crazy.
Yeah, the interior especially was getting destroyed. And Trent
Yeah,
Williams didn't look good either. He committed a few penalties, and
yeah. He was not having a good day.
yeah. And speaking of not having a good day, man, George Kittle,
Oh my goodness.
George Kittle.
That
He,
is certainly a game of all time. That's a stat line of all time.
that was a rough day for my man Kittle. A whole lot of rumors surrounding Ayuk now too about
Yeah.
not wanting to
The
return to
Instagram
San
stuff.
Francisco.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know. Are they falling apart after that loss?
I I don't know if it's falling apart because I think it's just frustration. You've been there multiple times and most of the guys there in 2020 against the same team and you lose in overtime like that, it just after blowing the lead, it just killed them, I guess, and they kind of got to get over it because they still have a great roster. You just have to run it back next year.
All right, I got three quick fire questions here for you before we
Ooh,
wrap up
okay.
our Super Bowl segment. All right, first
Okay.
one, Mahomes. How close is he to Tom Brady?
I I I don't think he's like that close. I understand he's a winner and he's the best quarterback in the league right now. But like we're comparing to 6 times Super Bowl winner Tom Brady. Like, are we serious? We got to back off a little bit. And Brady also beat Mahomes in the Super Bowl, so like
That is
he's got
true.
that over him.
That is true. Question two: Are you sold on Brock Purdy now? Have you seen enough, or do you need to see more?
I don't know. Maybe get him some more interior O-line, but at the end of the day, Mahomes was working with a lot less, and he was still able to play well. So I don't know if I give up on Brock, but like he's kind of got to step it up here soon if he wants to continue that. I'm a top quarterback in the league.
Okay. And question number three: Do you trust Kyle Shanahan to at some point win the big one?
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan has been around the league for so long and been around so many guys. I don't think it's the fact that he can't win. It's just I don't think the players are executing sometimes, and it's costing them big time. And I think he needs to get maybe a better QB play in San Francisco. Either Brock Purdy's got to step it up, or like something's got to change because everything else around that is fine. It's top half of the league in most other areas, and just you could say quarterback is, but like at the end of the day, in the Super Bowl, good QBs dominate. And if Brock Purdy can't win the big game or choke in the playoffs next year, like it's a little sketchy.
So you're not really a Brock Purdy guy, is what I'm kind
I'm not a big Brock Purdy guy. I can see that he's a good fundamental guy and he'll get the job done, but I don't think he's like anything too crazy special.
Okay, so as far as this is going to be like a definitive ranking, but like where's kind of the range you're putting him as far as QBs go in the league?
I'll put him near like the top 10 just because of his success and because he makes the throws that he needs to. And even for some quarterbacks, that's sometimes an issue. So I'll put him in near the top 10, maybe 12 range-ish, I would say. I don't know if I'm going to put him in that conversation yet.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, no more football for a while here, waiting on college,
that's brutal.
waiting on NFL season. It's
March Madness soon, a month. I'm so ready, man.
March Madness is going to be hype.
It's going to be so hype.
Draft season starting soon for
you
teams that didn't make the playoffs. You've been waiting for draft season for a while already. But for the Niners and the Chiefs now, their draft season has officially started. Of course, I've been scouting players since like September. So my draft season never stopped. But it's kind of officially draft season for the normal people. Draft is late April. Of course, we'll be talking about that as we get closer. It'll be about after March Madness, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll have a lot of time to talk about the draft. But we're going to talk about something that happened in the past few weeks as well. The NBA trade deadline.
Mm-hmm.
Not one of the greatest deadlines we've seen.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't nothing exciting.
There really wasn't much to go over. We're kind of, I guess we'll talk about some of the bigger trades that happened and grade them.
Mm-hmm.
I got to scroll to even find this. We'll talk about the Knicks first. Trading for Bogdanovich and Alec Burks. They gave the Pistons Malachi Flynn, Ryan Arcidiacono, Evan Fournier, Quentin Grimes, and 2 future seconds. We'll just go by grade and talk about it. We'll grade the Knicks first.
I'm gonna actually really like this for the Knicks, so I'm gonna give it an A. They didn't really have to give up too much besides Quentin Grimes, I guess, in the second round picks, because realistically, Malachi Flynn and Fournier aren't really doing too much, but just getting rid of contracts. And you're bringing in 2 guys that are elite shooters in this league. Burks is a great shooter, so is Bogdanovich at times. And they can pop off a little bit every here and now, and it relieves Brunson. Off of that, I have to score like 30, 35 every night with Randall being out, so it's going to give them a lot of depth, I feel, and take the load off of Brunson and let Randall get healthy.
Yeah, I think you pretty much said it all for me. I'm going to give the Knicks an A-, just slightly lower, just because I think they kind of gave Quentin Grimes up a little bit too early. I think he showed a lot of flashes in his young career and could have been a really, really big piece for them. And I might be valuing Grimes a little bit too high here, but it's enough to bring it down from an A to an A- for me.
Okay.
For the Pistons, I mean,
I don't know.
I'm gonna go C-.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it the same. I don't know. It's just kind of happened for them.
I really think they could have
doing.
gotten at least 1 first-round pick for those guys.
Yeah.
And they didn't, at least Bogdanovich, and they didn't come away with a single first-round pick. I mean, maybe they value Quentin Grimes pretty highly like I do, but you still could have come around with a first-round pick.
Yeah. I mean, how long are Flynn and Fournier going to be on that roster? Like,
yeah,
you're basically just trading Grimes in the picks. And you're getting them. That's a little weird. They're doing something up there in Detroit. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they made some weird moves. I'm
Yeah.
not really exactly sure what they're going for. Let's see. We'll look here at the 76ers trading for Buddy Hield. They gave the Pacers
Yeah.
Furkan Korkmaz, um, 2 round picks, as well as a third team. They gave the Spurs Marcus Morris, and the Spurs also gave Doug McDermott to the Pacers. Well, I mean, the Spurs aren't really doing much in this trade. It was more between the
Yeah.
Sixers and the Pacers. So I guess we'll grade the Pacers first. They got pretty much Furkan and 2 seconds for Buddy Hield.
I'm gonna give it a C, kind of, just because you're getting Furkan, uh, or that's more for the Sixers, but you're getting someone that basically wants to play for you, I guess, because Furkan did not want to play in Philly anymore.
They
But
cut
maybe,
Furkan Korkmaz.
oh, they did.
Yeah,
Oh, I
they
didn't include
released
that.
him.
Never mind. Scratch
They
that.
released
Scratch
him.
that. Okay. I mean, I guess I'll just keep it a C plus because you're getting picks
That's fair.
and
Picks
the
are
NBA that's valuable. And then Buddy Hield, great shooter as we saw the other night.
yeah. What happened to that one, man?
That was he was killing us, man.
Yeah. Hey, go Sixers! I got the shirt.
Disgusting.
I'm gonna give the Pacers a D because I know Buddy Hield was expiring contract and you weren't gonna re-sign him anyways. But you already cut Furkan, and second rounders in the NBA aren't as valuable as they used to be. I think. I also think similar to the Pistons, maybe there wasn't a market out there, but I thought you could have gotten a first from a competing team for a guy like Buddy. But Sixers got him for pretty much free, and I'm gonna grade the Sixers side. My initial reaction was I'm so hyped. And then I thought about it and I'm like, okay, maybe we have to re-sign him. And I don't know how much he's gonna ask for. And then I've seen him play these last 3 games and now I'm back
Yeah.
hyped again. So I'm just gonna go straight A. You barely gave up anything. You gave up Furkan Korkmaz. I mean, he's requested to trade the last 4 deadlines.
Yeah.
We finally got rid of him. The second rounders, I'm not too mad about. Marcus Morris to the Spurs, I'm not too mad about. I'll just give it an A.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you there. I'm gonna give it an A. Buddy Hield, great shooter, really adds that depth for the Sixers. So it's not just Maxey and Embiid. It's whenever one of those guys has an off night, you can always rely on Buddy.
Buddy's good, man. He's
He
good.
is.
Looking here to Dallas, the Mavericks got PJ Washington in 2 seconds. The Hornets got Grant Williams, Seth Curry, and a 2027 first. Rumors
Ooh.
about Grant Williams not really being the vibe in Dallas that they wanted, switching his shoes from Luka's to Tatum's, and kind of, yapping, and Kyrie didn't like him.
Yeah.
What do we?
That's
Let's grade the Mavs first. They got PJ Washington in those 2 seconds.
I'm gonna give it a B. I think they gave up maybe just a little much for PJ Washington, but at the end of the day, he's a young guy, and they also get 2 other picks, and so PJ finally gets a chance to play on a roster that's going to compete with his. He's finally going to be in a place where he can compete and bring value to a team because he was kind of just, he was hooping in Charlotte, but he's never had that opportunity. So hopefully in Dallas, he's able to add value to that team and boost them. So
I'm gonna give it a C plus for the Mavs. I like PJ, but is he really that much of an upgrade over Grant Williams? I'm not sure. And you gave up the first round pick, which I'll talk about the first a little bit more when we get to grading the Hornets. But I mean, his shooting percentage from 3 is not nearly as high as you'd think it is. Like it's in the low 30s. I mean, catch and shoot, it's a lot higher. But I mean, I don't know. I think the fit next to Luka's pretty good. And next to Kyrie is good. I will just kind of have to see how that one plays out.
Yeah.
As far as the Hornets getting Grant Williams, he's stuck there for 4 years. He signed a 4-year deal with Dallas. Seth Curry, hometown kid, and the 2027 first.
I'm gonna give this an A-. I like this for Charlotte. You're getting 2 relative, or Grant Williams is younger, shockingly younger. I feared he'd be older in the league, kinda. But you're getting 2 guys that can shoot the ball decently well. And then you're getting a first-round pick from the Mavericks, which in 2027, that could be anywhere at this point. because they either, as long as Luka is able to perform, it just really depends on who stays on that team in the next coming years, and that pick could either skyrocket, or honestly, it could probably stay where it's at right now, which would still not be a bad spot.
Yeah, I'm giving this an A+ for the Hornets. I really, really like this deal. Grant Williams, yeah, he's under contract. It's a little bit expensive, but he's a good player who's got winning experience. Going to teach the young guys what it takes to win, because they really had a severe lack of veterans in that locker room.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of young guys, no real like accountability, no mentors. Seth Curry adds to that too. Really good shooter, can help, I think, get LaMelo on track as a fellow point guard. The mindset, I think LaMelo is a good player. He just kind of, I think he's been missing this mentor throughout his career so far. And that's 2027 first. I think you kind of said it right with the Mavs. They could kind of be anywhere between good and kind of mid with that pick. But where I'm looking at that is the Hornets are taking a gamble that Luka might not be in Dallas, because that's 3 years in the future. There have already been Luka not being happy rumors for a few years now, and the Mavs aren't really a true competitor. If they don't do enough to keep Luka happy, he very well could be out of Dallas by 2027.
Yeah.
That would give the Hornets, I mean, a top pick.
Yeah, that'd be a very high pick.
Because I think Grant Williams fits really, really well next to Brandon Miller, who's been playing really good recently.
Yeah.
I mean, there aren't really other trades. I mean, we could talk about the Thunder and Gordon Hayward.
Nah, but
But, I mean, the Hornets' return for that one wasn't great.
yeah.
Yeah, really just an underwhelming deadline.
Yeah, Thunder should have gotten a big, but I don't know.
Few
Gordon
teams-
Hayward was the play.
Few teams that didn't make moves. The Cavs didn't make any moves. Honestly,
It's the same thing every year.
I didn't think they needed to make any moves.
I don't think we did either, because we're in that run right now. So I don't know if we really needed to switch anything up.
I would have liked for them to try and trade for Tyus Jones from the Wizards. I think
I don't know what we would have had to give up, but we just signed Craig Porter Jr. to 4 years, so hopefully he's gonna get more playing time, because he's so underrated coming off the bench sometimes.
I just think a true
Great player.
backup point guard could have really helped you guys. I like Craig Porter, but Tyus Jones is really, really good.
I just don't know what we would have to give up for him.
And of course the Bulls.
Yeah,
They haven't made a deadline trade since 2019, is it?
that's so sad.
I mean, what are they doing?
Yeah, we gotta be a little aggressive here.
They're
Can't just win off free agents and draft.
Oh my god. They're not picking a direction to take that franchise. You're not committing to a rebuild, but you're also not committing to winning. Like, what
you know, if
are
you
you?
have Zach LaVine, you don't know your future. Like, do something.
DeRozan's aging and coming up on a contract year. Lonzo hasn't played for you in 3 years. LaVine's not playing, and he's also he wants out.
Vooch is just
Don't-
stuck there.
You don't
Do
have
that
any
for me.
high draft picks. You don't have any young talent other than Kobe White, who it's taken him like 5 years to even play good ball. They just don't have anything on that team.
Yeah,
They could have at the very least traded like Drummond.
yeah. Trade Drummond to the Thunder.
Or, like,
Get some picks out of that.
You could have gotten a first out of a team for Caruso
Oh, 100%.
easily. I mean, even if you didn't trade LaVine or DeMar, Caruso and Drummond could have gotten you a first in 2 seconds. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe a young player back from a team like the Thunder.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. But I guess good for you guys, because you guys play them a lot in the same division. So
That's true. Love to see that.
we're going to talk about NBA All-Star here coming up. That NBA All-Star week is it this weekend? I actually have no
Yeah.
idea.
I
this
think it is
weekend?
this weekend, because this is the last Cavs game tonight.
Okay.
And we don't play
yeah.
till like Monday.
Well, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix the All-Star
We're
weekend
gonna fix it.
because there's I think the quality of All-Star weekend has dropped from what it used
Yeah. It's not as
so
intense.
I've got a few ideas on how to fix it. I'm sure you've got a few ideas on how to fix it. Let's go over, talk, discuss, see what we want to change about the All-Star weekend.
Mhm.
I'm glad that they went back to the East versus West format rather than the draft.
Yes, it's way better than the actual like I'm gonna draft you. Like
Yeah, I didn't
it
like that.
loses that competitive value if we don't have East first West.
I think the first change I would probably make is, can we go back to the teams wearing their own jerseys?
Ooh, I I like that. I thought that was sick.
Like,
It,
that
it
was
was
so
giving
cool.
it was giving like 2K player control.
Yeah,
Where you just get 10 people and then just pick a player and then you're all just rocking their jerseys.
like that's so high. I mean, the All-Star jerseys have
Yeah.
been bad for a while. Why not go back to their own team jerseys? It's just cool to see on the court.
hmm
My second idea was to change the Rising Stars game back to rookies, sophomores.
Mm,
I liked that format a lot. I thought it was cooler to see the draft classes kind of play against each other.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Not
It's
not
like
a fan of that one.
I mean, it could go both ways, but like, I guess I see why they did it because you get to group more guys in
That's
with the
true.
Rising Stars, and so you can even have guys like G League guys play whatever, just kind of make it more exciting for those guys that don't normally get that opportunity in G League.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know. I liked the idea of the draft classes kind of playing against each other, competing with each other.
hmm
And my third idea to fix All-Star Weekend is to have a 3v3 tournament. Get some of the top players in the league,
Ooh,
make 3v3 teams with their friends, and run it. Run a tourney. Bracket
Okay.
style.
that'd be kind of fun.
I mean, like, you can't tell me there'd be some fun trios formed out there.
Yeah.
I mean, and just make it open rules too. You can trio with anybody you want. If you want to trio with your home,
Ooh.
or a teammate, or it may be like Grant Williams is like, hey yo, Stephen Braun. Like,
Hear me out, guys. What if?
I mean, I'm just saying, like the Dylan Brooks, Draymond, Grayson Allen team would be a menace.
That'd be disgusting. They'd be getting killed out there.
Like you'd probably get them Kentucky boys like Booker and Cat and like Tyler Eulis. I mean, that would be.
Kind of goes into my ideas. I was thinking. Okay,
I
so
think
I'm gonna piggyback off of that a little bit.
okay.
Say, what if we got I'm gonna go back to the 3v3 idea, but what if we got guys from each college and you get a
That would
little
be
bit of
nice.
that college and all-star little bit of a mix? Get those guys that either have chemistry already or you're just bringing in guys that go to the same college, and you can bracket it up and just have that fun with the college, and Sparks Madness is around the corner. Get everybody in
True.
everybody in the season. I think it'd just be a good thing to add instead of some other things.
That is hype, honestly. I think the college thing would be, because the NBA doesn't really incorporate their college stuff very much.
Yeah, they really don't.
Meanwhile, the NFL does a lot with college football.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool to see the NBA do the same thing. Because like the NFL has got like, I mean, it's not really NFL sponsored, but you've got the Senior Bowl with a lot of different guys in different colleges playing against each other. They make a point to say the colleges that the players go to every broadcast when going through the lineups. The NBA just really doesn't care about college ball. Like,
Yeah, they really don't.
I think if they did that idea, little college like tourney would be really, really cool.
Yeah. So another thing, I was thinking, this was the last thing I had down. I didn't really have too much. But I was thinking we get a little of a 1v1 tournament. You pick every team gets one guy. to
Okay.
pick. And you could, because then it brings a strategy. Do you get a
Yeah.
guy, a big, but then what if you go up against a guard? And realistically, you could find the greatest player that could run big and small. I feel like that's what that would be. I feel like that'd be really fun to see.
You know what I think I would do with that if I was a league? I would want to make it for more of like the sneaky lower players on each team. I would ban your top 3 leading scorers from being chosen.
Okay.
And I would award a second round pick to the winner of the tournament. The
That's
team who wins
crazy.
the tournament gets a second round pick. So that way you aren't able to
There's
choose like your
incentive.
superstars with like Steph Curry or like
Yeah.
Kevin Durant. But you're also playing for something, so it's like enticing your guys. It's like, hey, you're helping out the franchise, the squad. We getting a
Mhm.
pick.
Yeah. I like that.
I think that'd be cool.
If you add the second round pick,
There's incentive.
yeah.
Not only do you
Incentive
get
and-
bragging rights and a trophy, you get a pick for
You get a pick. Exactly.
They draft your replacement. Like, I'm trying to think. If they
play
did
for the
that,
second round
right,
pick, that'll be you in 2 years.
and banned like the top 3 scorers, who would be like a sneaky guy who could win it all?
Ah, I gotta think of guys like who'd be for the Cavs? That's what I'm trying to think. Like who's?
Maybe Karras?
That's what I was thinking because Karras likes to play big sometimes.
I would
But
go Amani Bates, bro.
Amani, that'd be.
He would low key. He would low key.
He can cook on defense though. I'm sorry.
Okay, but
He's
he's
gonna
6'10" though. If he's matched up against a
6'10".
guard,
I mean, he could, but if he goes up against a like Wemby, but Wemby would lead in points. So never mind. Scratch that.
yeah,
that.
for the Spurs, it'd be like
Chetty,
Chetty.
Chetty, the GOAT.
Like, there's so many teams where if you take out the 3 leading scorers, there's like sneaky guys on their bench who can actually cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cavs, I'm thinking like Karras. Sixers would probably go.
Actually, Max Strus wouldn't be too bad.
Max Strus wouldn't be bad. I'm not sure he's an ISO guy though, because one-on-one you get an ISO.
He likes to shoot a lot of random shots, and sometimes they go in. So like,
That's true.
and he could drive a little bit, or George Niang.
The G-Wag.
Sixer legend.
You could go like complete wild card and just go like Tristan Thompson,
Damian Jones.
Damian Jones. Like, God, who would actually? I'm trying to think of like a sneaky player who could actually win that. I'm going through team. Low key, Jaden McDaniels for the Timberwolves.
He could.
Really good defense. Really
Derek
tall.
White would also be kind of nice.
Oh, he
Because
would.
Derek White wouldn't be a top 3 scorer.
Yeah.
Because there'd probably be Tatum, Brown, Porzingis.
Porzingis. Dude, even they got Drew Holiday too. Would actually.
Yeah.
Oh man, there are some guys.
Low
Low-key, the Sixers would take Kenneth Lofton. Bro, he's crazy.
He's correct.
Gigi Jackson could win it too. Over in Memphis.
At this point, is he a top 3 scorer on the Grizzlies right now? Low-key, he might
right
be.
now, he might be.
He might be.
Dude, Grizzlies are so awful this year. It's insane.
They are getting killed by injuries, and then Morant couldn't play. It's just so bad.
While we're on the top of the Grizzlies, because I've been thinking about this. If you're the GM of Memphis, do you make a pick at the top and like bring in some young talent, or do you trade it and try to? Because you still have a good team with Jaren and Ja. Like, you could trade it, try to bring in somebody to help you compete, or you could get some young talent at the top. You're gonna be picking top 5 most likely. So,
I think it really depends on how much they could get, because you don't want to undervalue that pick and lose out on a top prospect. So unless you're getting somebody that's going to change your lineup with Ja and Jaren that quickly, ideally they get like a forward, because you got Bane and Morant to kind of bounce out the guard play. So if you get a guy that could kind of pair with Jaren Jackson Jr. and get more of a defensive presence, I feel like then maybe you pull the trigger on that. But other than that, I don't think you would trade that pick.
I'd probably make the pick, to be honest, because they don't have a lot of young guys who are really good, other than like Gigi Jackson and Zaire Williams is young, but he's not really good. So, yeah, I'd just get some young talent.
Yeah.
I think that just about wraps up what we got for episode 19. A little bit all over the place, but good episode nonetheless. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, turn on those post notifications. Weekly episodes, mostly on Tuesdays, and not the case of this week and a few others. Links to both me and Jared's socials are in the description. As well as our podcast on Spotify. If you're listening on YouTube, or in the Spotify description, there is the YouTube link as well. Follow us on Instagram. We post stories every once in a while when we remember, and should probably get back to posting actual things as well at some point. But it's summer, you know.
Yeah.
Well, summer, we're gonna cook on the Instagram. But yeah, Jared, you got anything else for us here?
I don't got anything. Make it a good rest of the week.
Make it a good
in between
last few days of the week. And,
Yeah.
We'll see you all next week. I guess short week.